Hi traders, this is Eagle Star. I'm just going to go over another example of this week. I'm usually been trading and charting the euro for you guys, but I wanted to go over a very quick video on how to chart the Aussie for this week. Just showing basic Alan Andrews pitchfork stuff that you can find through online and through the forum that we run, and Median Line Forum on Forex Factory, as well as Timothy Morge's previous previous webinars on interactive brokers. This is the 24th, starting on the 24th. I'm just going to do a quick session of drawing for you guys to kind of give you some ideas on how to chart and what you can look for when the market does the swings. Here we have the high, the low, and the high. So I'm just going to connect that with a fork. This is a down fork. I like to use magenta for my down forks and blue for my up forks. So here we have on Monday, 26th to 27th, New York time, we had possible entries. Any one of these areas here. As soon as it started to drop down like this, and you could have entered low to low there, and then you would have measured this high, and that would have given you the target line there. So you would have drawn it in like so, and connected that, and you would have had your target line, your first target line there. Also, if you would have drawn in the Fibonacci, you probably would have seen 50 to 138.2 extension there as well. Just an idea to consider. As price pulled back up, we can start to draw in a couple lines and see if any of them resonate. We have a low, high, low here. Yep. So we have a low, high there. Bottom is also a double bottom. It's also a double bottom there, so you could have gone long as on the retest of the bottom, the triple bottom actually. The triple bottom could have gone long in here, and your first target would have been the median line. So here to here would have been about 73 pips with very low risk, probably using the average to range of 200. You would have had 1.3 times 200 would be about 10 to 15 pips risk on this, and 10 to 15 pips on this one. Tim talks about not using less than 15 ticks, so I'm just going to delete that for right now. So if you're using 1%, that would have given you on that trade, that would have given you probably 4%, a little over 4%. This would have given you another 3 to 4% in your account. So these are all very possible trades and trade opportunities. So as price goes up, it starts to reverse. As Andrew talked about, the price will make it to the median line 80% of the time. Around 40% of the time, it's going to reverse. Once this reaches that, so we're going to use that pivot and see. There you go, another possible frequency and opportunity. And so why wouldn't I draw it from these? It's possible, but it has to round out. So when price gets up to there, it has to start to taper off and start to fall down. And you want these, at least that low, to be broken. And it was broken on this bottom here, right? So you could think about starting to short as it got up here. So it trickled through and then came back down, fell on the median line. You could have shorted actually anywhere. I would have shorted anywhere on this slider to the outside. anywhere here. So I think you probably would have still been safe if you had a good stop. Yeah, 10 pip stop, 10 to 15 pip stop. So you could have shorted either one of those as price broke through that and start giving you that idea that it's going to go down. Then you would have placed your stop, profit stop, above the highs as it trickled down. So you would have placed your stop here, here, and here. So in that you would have gotten probably another 40 pips or so. So I'm going to erase this and also show you another way you could have drawn this fork from this high here, that low, that high, and that would have given you a sliding parallel there, and also the ultimate target towards the bottom, but you might have not made as much. So I'm going to delete all this. And I'm going to show you, so from this bottom here to this top to this bottom is also a new fork. Stop this bottom. And it might have been a little bit harder to catch this long, but I do want to show you something that you could have thought about, because it didn't really touch here that much. So, but it did touch here. So as it pops up here, you could have gone long. But the thing is that it still had residency. It still had resonancy here. On that. So usually what I do is I like to draw in these little possibilities. And then if price starts to reverse near those, you could enter a market order. Because you're using such a small stop. So also going forward, it continues to follow the same path. And an alternative fork would have been you see that? And as above, so below again. So it stops this far here. So we're going to consider that to go that far at the bottom. So I mean, this is all basic stuff, Andrew stuff, and you would have had another opportunity to go long here. So, and that would have been another 27. So altogether, we would have had about I think it was 70 here, possible 60 up, 130, possible 40 down, 170, and then if you would have been able to cut one of these, 200, this possibility here, if you would have been able to catch that, 245, and 275. Of course, that's obviously trading perfect. Perfect trading, perfect execution, but just to give you an idea of what's possible if you make the correct trades. I'm just going to show you one last thing to do an alternative possibility on this. I believe if you would have taken this up, you could have spotted a sliding parallel as well. If you weren't able to get that. So that's another sliding parallel in there. So you would have been able to get probably that as it comes off. And so that's 27. And then as it goes down, that's I don't think that's really possible unless you got that one. So this is just kind of give you an idea of what's possible and what kind of potential you can have if you're trading the 5-minute charts. Obviously, it takes a lot of time, a lot of focus, but at going forward, it's something that we're going to work on, and something that I'm going to continue to try to help with and post on. Thank you.